I added a palette knife to it, a bit of palette knife. And some stones, some crystals. I added the wings off the sides too, a little bit on the sides. Wanted to talk about Spirit of Fire today actually. I've had a lot of experience with fires in my life. I just wanted to talk about this. Yeah, like when I was little, I had this we had a house with my mum and that. We were growing and it set on fire, and we had to live with my nan for a little bit and stuff happened. I've been to Cyprus before with some of my mates, and we went in this spiritual shop there and I bought crystals and that, and like next time I went it was set on fire. It set fire like the week after or something. When we were doing pop-up restaurants, me and one of my mates went to Morocco, and we got back and the place we did the pop-up restaurant had set fire in, and they'd had to move the building. A couple of places we've lived here have had fires in. And yeah, just random things happening. But there was a guy on Anna Breeze's videos the other day, and she was asking for people to come up with solutions rather than like talking about what's going on, because everyone's talking about what's going on. So he was coming up with solutions, and this guy wrote in and he was talking about coincidences. And I thought it was quite a cool video because he wasn't the type of person you expect to say it, but when he was talking about spirit and he was explaining spirit, he was explaining that he's like not religious and stuff, but he was explaining that his thought and his emotion is what happens before he does physical action, and that was his spirit in a way. And once you started tapping into that and looking at the coincidences, they started happening more and more, and he was just saying it as a normal outlooker, which I thought was really cool. But he related it to fire, and he was saying that when you light a match, you throw it into like petrol. It doesn't go off, it just goes out. You have to actually light it to ignite the spirit of the fire. So like you have to actually get it out and put the fire just near where it is, and then set it on fire. And that you can just keep throwing the match at the petrol, and if it actually hits the wet residue, it just goes out. So I thought that was really interesting, because what I was talking about the other day with the polybromides being in our food, and that they were found in fire retardant. It was found in fire retardant, so that would have been like the polybromides were sticking to the men's hormones, and that gave large-breasted firemen. And then when they took away the polybromides, so that would have been attaching to like the spirit of the fire, like I've spoken about in my other videos, where women, when they live together, their periods sync up because the hormones transfer information. So I think that's linked with the social distancing enough, and when it's linking with people interacting with their fields, and some people waking up and sending out different hormones, and then people are affected by those hormones. So, you know, they've been putting polybromides and like pesticide residue in our food, which is common for plastic, for ages, to stop us from like interacting the way they want us to with our spirit, basically. Because if you think of fire being a low state of plasma, which would be the crystalline neural network, and then we also have this network, crystalline gel, within our brains, and our whole endocrine system is the same as our neural network, our nervous system, the World Wide Web, all of this place is the same system. So they've hijacked this system, and yeah, it's linked with stuff that is in our food and all that, and all this stuff going on now, you know, if you look at it like spirit, like our thought and emotions, they're being bombarded left, right and centre, in places that we're needing to survive. So it's actually not right, because we need to take into credit what we're being fed in all directions. All the senses are being fed, not just because it's a web of alchemy. It's a web of alchemy, how they're all fixing and then affecting the endocrine system, you know, and it's being dumbed down by these polybromides and plastic and everything, because it's all in the seas, the water, it's everywhere. Plastic right now, like I said, it travelled from America to Switzerland in the Eagles Towel by the 1920s to 1945. We're in 2020 now, it's all over the earth. So It's in everything, and it's slowing down our spirit. Because if you put fire to plasma, which it is a low state of plasma, and that has a spirit, so does the plasma, so do we. So we have auric fields, we have fields, energy, spirit fields, and they're not being harnessed right in the places that we're living. You know, I've just had all these fire alarms fitted yesterday. 1, yeah, since lockdown. 2, they've been fitted into the electrical system. They're hurting my energy field. Don't like what's in them. They're giving out more electricity. There's 4 of them. This flat isn't that big. Another one here. So since lockdown, we've had new fobs fitted on the front of all these council buildings, and all of these. So, you know, these are like electrical currents causing energy grids. Yeah. So yeah, my diet's also changed a little bit again, as well. So, like, I mainly eat stuff. So you see like these beans. We'll make our own baked beans, and you can eat them like on potatoes or on bread or anything, like any time of the day. And I put loads of spices in it, loads of garlic, so you get all the good things out of it. And then I'll just eat the beans, and it's got less sugar in it. It's got no preservatives in. Like baked beans have quite a lot of sugar in the tinned ones, so just things like that. And you can keep the beans in a packet hard. You just have to add water to them, soak them the night before, and you can just keep adding them to meals. Like, you could literally survive off of them. They don't cost much, and then you just buy the tomato cartons, like, and they're really cheap as well. So I put a lot of like pepper in those as well, and things like that, what everybody's asking for, and then I'll swap a few dishes as well. But yeah. Another thing I was saying about taking down the fences, like, I can't do it here, but these are all student houses here. So like, they all socialise together anyway. They've been socialising, you know, all them neighbours, they all hang out. They're just new students moved in now, so they all hang out together, yeah. And it would be easy for them if you took all them fences down, but they can't, because they don't own them houses. The people that run these houses do. So yeah, but if you took them all down, like, they'd all get along. You know what I mean? So it's just over this thing of time, ownership, and money, and that people need to let go of, and everything is going to be alright. Adverts. And another thing I said is just like I was saying here, that the Flint, this whole place where I'm now is all built out of Flint, basically, and chalk. So like, that's bones, to do with the bones, and the plasma again. So the same with the fire. So like, if you got fire, the spirit of the fire, yeah, and you actually put the Flint near, it explodes like gunpowder. So it's high in plasma as well. So, you know, I'm just talking about like where you put the match near it. The most effective thing near the fire that's explosive is its spirit, is what's around it, its energy field. So it's how it's interacting with it. It's surrounded the oxygen, basically. But yeah, anyways, I don't want to make it too long, actually. Just juggling today. It's down my indoors, come up in a few spots, so it just keeps coming and going. It is healing, it's almost healed, but it's still coming and going right now. So yeah. I'm waiting for ages for this to dry now. It's kind of getting on my nerves. I'm getting impatient, but then I'm trying to teach myself patience and look at it, because every single layer I'm doing is talking to me. Like every day you feel different energy, because there's different alignment from all the astrology and stuff, and the energies that are going on right now. Or, you know, each day, each season has different frequencies. So every day you evolve, or you change this image as well. I could be doing with like a few on the go right now, like a few more on the go.